It's Fully Threaded Radio Special Report.
This is Ashely Parker with Parker Fasteners.
So tell me about your week here. You've been here since Saturday, I know.
Since Wednesday. It's good. It's been full of visiting suppliers. We had the mud run with the rugged nuts on Saturday, and then Sunday was eventful and fulfilling with the bed build for the children. So
aren't you tired, though? Oh my God, the bed. I was tired. Oh my God.
I'm heading out back tomorrow, but we'll be seen out there golfing. So
you're golfing tomorrow too?
We have Steve Payne out there on the field. I'm gonna head back and hunker down.
Hunker down.
Yeah,
okay.
Hunker down.
How's the tabletop been?
It's been good. There's a lot of traffic this year, so it's really nice. And we're in this beautiful building, and it's good.
Mm-hmm. The building is very nice with these big chandeliers and the drapery ceilings and stuff. It's very nice. And the 1980s, did you come with an outfit?
Yes, so I'm going to go with the rocker theme. Steve Payne and I have matching shirts, so it should be exciting.
It should be very exciting.
It'll be good.
That was Ashely Parker and the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey. Hard to believe MWFA Fastener Week was already a couple weeks back. That was, fourth week of August. Here it is, early September. Hi, everybody. Eric Dudas here, Fully Threaded. This is a short special episode for you. It's a recap of MWFA Fastener Week, the perspective that Lynn captured as she walked around the show floor. A lot of excitement this year. It was a pretty big success, I'd say, despite the high temperatures. The week started off for many of us on Saturday when we had the Rugged Maniac Mud Race. That was, again, wild. It was unbelievable, really. It got bigger again the third year we've been doing it. We'll talk more about that on a dedicated episode of the full podcast, but we've got a little taste of it for you today. Then came the bed build, which was held this time at Abbott Interfast. On Monday, the Naperville Fastener Association headed north to Libertyville, Illinois, which was home base for Fastener Week this year. And we had a little shindig up there, informal, to get the week started. Of course, Tuesday was the tabletop with the 80s Bash finale, and the next day was golf. Now, I know the MWFA also had a mixer. Didn't get much on that for you, but I have two montages to play for you, cobbled together from Lynn's floor interviews. In the background of all this, the Fastener Training Institute was putting on their training. We have a whole new crop of certified fastener professionals as a result. It was sold out, met several of the students. That was another thing that added quite a bit of success and class to the whole affair. And some of you may have heard that there was a panel discussion on Tuesday morning to lead off the tabletop event. I had the pleasure of sitting on that panel, and we discussed AI. Really covered a lot of ground, and I think folks enjoyed it. GH3 was the moderator there. Should have seen the shoes that he showed up in. Not a good way to really relate that on an audio podcast, but I'll have to find a photo to put in the show notes for this episode. You should have seen these things. I mean, Liberace would have been proud. And there's a follow-up to that AI panel. Anybody who's interested in that, follow up with a bunch of links and backup information that we promised. I know it went out, but I don't know that everyone received it. You can email ftr@fullythreaded.com. We'll send that out to you. I was able to get the promised discount on the Distribution Strategy AI conference that's happening in Chicago, October 3rd through the 5th. Several people asked me about that. Yes, the discount code is available for Fully Threaded listeners and anyone who attended the panel talk. That discount code is Fully Threaded. So go to distributionstrategy.com, look up the AI conference, and pop that in. That's going to be a biggie, and it'll help your understanding of the subject quite a bit, I'm imagining. So we'll get rocking with this first montage, and then I'll break in. We'll talk a little bit about the mud race. I'll give you some details on that. We have golf results and a few other things. And stick around till the end because we have probably one of the most poignant interviews ever presented on Fully Threaded Radio. Lynn sat down in a closet, as it turns out, with Nancy Rich, the outgoing executive director of the MWFA after 40-plus years with the association, and the incoming Francesca Lewis. Yes, they did a little reminiscing and little bit more. I think you'll find this fairly interesting. Again, it's a short episode, but let's get it kicked off right now. The title sponsors of Fully Threaded Radio are Brighton Best International, Global Fasteners, and Star Stainless. Fully Threaded is also sponsored by Buckeye Fasteners, BTM Manufacturing, Eurolink Fastener Supply Service, InSequel Software, J. Lanfranco, Parker Fasteners, Solution Industries, 3Q Inc., Volt Industrial Plastics, the International Fastener Expo, and Worth Industry North America. Thanks again for clicking in, everyone. Make sure you let our sponsors know you appreciate them as well. Let's get to this first montage.
All right, I'm at the MWFA tabletop, and I'm talking with
Nick Penney from Vogelsang Fastener Solutions.
And we talked in Nashville, and business was still pretty good.
Business stayed very strong. It's actually been stronger.
Stronger.
We've actually had 4 record months in a row of bookings.
Oh, because the FDI is down at 40, and 50 is even.
I think where it is, some of the customers out there bought too many things last year, but a lot of people didn't. So we're seeing a lot of opportunities out there. We're also getting a lot of engineered specials right now. Things are going well, knock on wood, you know?
That's how it always is.
But we do have some customers that are saying that it's a little bit quieter, but we also have about an equal amount of customers pulling their orders in.
Well, that's fabulous. Now, will you be in Vegas?
We will be in Vegas.
All right, I'll take the pulse at Vegas and see how that's going.
Hopefully I'll still have a pulse then.
Yeah. Me too. All right, thank you. I'm here with
Don Shan, Fastener Solutions Group.
Don Shan. What are you doing here? I haven't seen you for
been
a while.
It's been 5 years. A lot has happened in 5 years, even within the industry. So it's good to see old faces, old friends.
Well, tell me about Fastener Solutions.
We are a secondary process specials company trying to help logistically the larger distributor with their specials and secondary process such as platings, patchings, things of that nature. Something that anything that they have to outsource, we're the guy to come to. You can buy all your material complete. You won't have to worry about the hassles and headaches.
Okay. Well, welcome back. It's good to see your friendly face there.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm over here with Gobel, and I'm with TJ and Christian. So tell me, how's the tabletop?
It's going well. Steady traffic today.
It is. It's been pretty busy so far.
And it's probably easier to set up your booth, right? Since it's a tabletop, right?
It's about 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
So what'd you do with all that extra time?
Talk with other people.
Okay. All right. Well, that
good
works
connections.
out.
Yeah.
Good connections. So you guys did the mutter, all right, on Saturday. What was your favorite obstacle?
I'd have to say the rope swing.
Okay.
I would say the last one, the big slide.
The big
blow-up
slide. What was the least favorite obstacle?
The floating docks.
Oh, yeah, where you had, or you ended up in the water.
I didn't do it.
You didn't make, you didn't do it. Okay.
I went around it.
You went around it.
Almost hurt myself.
That vertical wall at the end was pretty steep.
All right, so we'll see you doing that next year.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you in Vegas.
Rich Britton with TriStar Metals.
All right, and we were talking, you're not a fastener company per se, but metal. So tell me, how's the business going with metal?
So for the stainless heading wire business, I would say overall it has slowed. We're expecting it to pick up again in Q1, Q2 of 2024. On the stainless side, the pricing overall in China has gone way down to pre-COVID levels, but DFARS and domestic wire is a little bit off from what it once was, but still at a higher level than pre-COVID.
How about shipping and stuff? If you're buying a lot of wire,
Much easier.
Much easier.
Yeah.
And is it cheaper now?
Yes, the container costs have gone from like $25,000 down to like $2,500 again. So the supply chain has improved a lot.
Has Ukraine bothered the business at all?
It did when it initially started back in March of 2022. You'll recall the LME suspended nickel trading because of that.
Mm-hmm. But so that has been...
It's stabilized. It's come off its peak, and it's probably settled in around, I think, $8-9 a pound now, versus at one time it was $100, and they took it off the market at that point.
Quarter 4 looks like a good quarter? quarter 4 or the last quarter if you're...
I think the remainder of the year is going to continue with destocking. And a lot of our customers, their shelves are full of fasteners, so they're not bringing in raw materials to backfill. But I think by the time this year is over, in the Q1, it'll probably improve.
It's going to improve.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm already seeing things pick up a little bit the last couple weeks.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. All right. I'm here with...
Scott Potter at Able Electropolishing.
And we attended the panel discussion today on AI. What did you think?
It's interesting, just listening to the pros and cons of the use of AI, and I could definitely see where, especially on like order processing and so forth, and mundane, tedious tasks, it might be something that we could implement into our company down the line.
So tell me about Able. What do you do here?
We do electropolishing and passivation. Electropolishing, it's a reverse plating process, and it's used for multiple benefits: corrosion resistance, micro-inch improvement, deburring, decorative, fatigue life improvement. So it's something that it's a value-added service. It's not just a decorative thing. People think, oh, it's going to make it pretty, but this case, for instance. They were having problems with corrosion once they put them into bridges and buildings, and electropolishing is actually causes the corrosion to not happen, and they get good longevity in the parts.
Well, thank you for talking with me.
Yep, thank you.
I'm here with...
Anders Green from ALOX.
And what is ALOX?
ALOX is a full cloud ERP. It's designed for distributors, smaller places that don't have their own IT department. First time for me at this show. The company came here last year, but for me, this is my first time, and it is quite spectacular. I did not expect this quantity of people. So the MWFA has really put together an outstanding expo here.
Yes, and we met at drinks yesterday. I don't know if you partake in any of the... Are you doing golf tomorrow?
I thought you were going to ask. We met at drinks. I don't know if you remember,
yesterday.
but yes,
No,
I do.
I did. I thought you would remember too.
No golf for me.
No golf, and I'm not
jumping
a
on a
golfer.
plane to get back to work. But I hear that I'm only going to be missing out on 100-degree temperatures, so I don't feel so bad about it.
Yes, and that's unusual in Chicago, 100-degree temperatures.
Yes.
All right. So, and business has been pretty good.
There are a lot of folks here that meet our demographic pretty well.
Now, you were at the panel discussion on AI.
I was.
This morning.
Yes.
And what did you think?
There was some interesting stuff in there. I think my biggest takeaway was perhaps some of the, you could phrase it two ways, either enthusiasm or sloppiness with which some other professions are dumping their data into AI engines. And that's certainly an area that I think requires, not regulation, but a keen eye of like telling your employees, hey, this is how we want to treat info. If you're going to use AI, these are the parameters that we are going to do it in this company. So I thought that was an excellent insight.
All right. Thank you for talking with me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was Anders Green speaking with Lynn. If you haven't had a chance to talk to him, I know he'll be out in Vegas coming up in October. He's a person who really seems to enjoy talking about the more esoteric aspects of technology. He's trying to break into the ERP side of the fastener world. Interesting guy. And in fact, after the AI panel discussion, out of all the things that happened to me during Fastener Week, feedback-wise, it was the panel. People are really interested in AI. What does it mean? Where are we going with it? Again, I want to tell you, we've got this promo code that you should use. Go to distributionstrategy.com. Look at this conference coming up October 3rd through the 5th in Chicago. This is going to be a very important event for companies that are looking to position themselves to jump into AI. Use the promo code Fully Threaded, get 10% off. That's distributionstrategy.com. Ian Heller runs that. They do a very, very nice job with everything they do. So touching again briefly on the mud race, we'll certainly dedicate an upcoming Fully Threaded radio episode to this, but I just want to say it was wonderful to experience it. We had 32 sign up and 30 actually were at the starting gate. The weather was perfect. We had our cheering media section of Brian and Lynn plus Carmen Vertullo and a few others. That was nice to have. And it was a great way to start off Fastener Week. Some bona fide tales of Fastener heroism. Sadly, early on in the race, Craig Penland of Eurolink had a career-ending knee injury, as it turns out, but he soldiered on through the whole race. I don't know how he did it. He hobbled along. Everybody applauded him as he went. Kim was there to help out, but that was amazing. Also it was actually a similar story, another one, Steve Payne with Parker. He got this giant welt on the outer side of his shin. It was like the size of a small potato with this really ugly-looking blood vessel hanging out of it. I didn't even know if he'd be able to finish the race, but he did. And then, as you heard Ashely say at the top of the episode today, he went on to play golf in that brutal heat. So he's a real Iron Man himself. Oh, and extra kudos to D. Ward from Marine Fasteners. He, as it turns out, could not make it for Fastener Week because he had commitments on the job, being the CEO and all. But he came out just for the mud race. He had signed up, kept his word, had a blast doing the race, did a great job. Thanks for being there, D. But we all made it through, had a blast doing it. You'll have to think about next year if you've been sitting on the sidelines. I think it's a unique bonding experience in the industry. Again, we'll cover some of the specifics when we really dive into it. I'll get a few of the racers together and we'll relive it. Also at the top, I glossed over the Naperville Fastener Association meeting that we had informally up at the Lincolnshire Marriott. So traveling salesman Marty Nolan, along with Bob GQ Bear, got together, surprised everybody by handing out Naperville Fastener Association beer glasses, which were just beautifully done. And before they announced this, they got everybody together, huddled in a corner of the bar. Of course, probably over half that hotel bar was Fastener people. We all gathered there, and Marty made the announcement that this year's Form, Fit, and Function Award, an exclusive of the NFA, was given to none other than our own Lynn Dempsey. And I tell you, she looked so happy and surprised. It was just a great thing they did. Thanks a lot for doing that, guys. And yeah, she's been coming to the NFA meeting since almost the beginning, and certainly the first lady NFA member. So I think it was well-deserved. All right, let's take a look at what Nancy sent over as far as the golf outing went. This was probably going to be remembered for the brutal, brutal heat that they had there in Chicago on that Wednesday. I don't know what the temperatures got up to, but it was blistering hot. A Midwest summer has always been hot. I remember growing up in the 70s and 80s in the Midwest, and it was hot, but this was as hot or hotter than any of those days. So toughing it out, I didn't hear of anybody passing out or worse on the golf course, thankfully, and it was a gorgeous course. We took a look at that on our way in up there in Lincolnshire at the Marriott Resort. This year's first place honors went to, these guys seem to be on a tear when it comes to the MWFA. None other than B&D Cold Heading, Jack Dobeck, Tim Quick, Ryan Cooper, and Gage Fassbender. Congratulations, you took it with a score of 55 for the scramble. Now, there were two teams that tied for second at 57, so it was a decisive victory, although close. So a lot of hot golfers in that particular association, we all know that. SWD, led up by Matt DeLauder, was on one of those teams, and the Component Technologies guys, led up by John Paris, was the other second-place winner. Good job, everybody. Now, I know that when we talk golf and the MWFA, everyone wants to know who took home the coveted FTR award this year. That's well known as a 30-pack of Busch Light, always warm. And, I've got this ambiguous guideline for the golf chairman every year, and this year they really drew outside the lines. They wound up giving the prize this time to GH3, and I don't think it had anything to do with his score out there on the course. It had more to do with his outfit at the 80s bash, because he really took the show with his outlandish costume Let's see. He was a WWE wrestler, and I should know this, but I don't know which one it was. I wasn't really much of a fan of quote-unquote pro wrestling, but he looked crazy. They gave him the 30-pack. Congratulations, George. For everything he did at MWFA Fastener Week this year, I guess it's the least we could do. So we got the second montage from the show floor. This one culminates with a conversation with Jake Valdez Davis, president of the MWFA. Gotta say to him and the entire board, including Nancy and Francesca, great job, everybody. You really set the bar for the rest of the industry, I have to say. And that's saying something, because a lot of the associations are doing great work, but none of them surpasses the MWFA. So let's play that second package now.
We're still at the tabletop, and I'm with
Jeremy Gethmann, Solution Industries.
All right, what's happening at Solution?
Well, things are very exciting. We're doing a lot of packaging right now, still focusing on secondary processes and adding that in as kind of a final stop before things go to our customers. We see an extreme need for that right now in the industry, as everyone seems to be struggling with labor shortages, so it feels like a good natural fit for us to do as well.
All right, and you don't have labor shortages over at Solution, or?
Well, we've managed it as best we can, and we're using all sorts of packaging equipment to help us navigate that.
All right, so you're going more to the robotic side of it?
We won't say quite robotic, but let's just say we'll use automated setups when we can.
All right, great. Now, FDI was at 40. Do you guys agree with that? Disagree?
Yeah, I'd say that sounds about right.
All right, are you worried that's going to be long-term?
Well, we are optimistic, and we're going to keep pushing. I think there are definitely better things on the horizon, but we might have another period of struggle here in the next few months.
Okay, all right. Well, how's the tabletop then?
I think the tabletop's been great so far. Lots of people, and definitely been very busy, very well attended.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're very welcome.
I'm here with
Mallory Nichols with Advanced Components.
And we were at the panel discussion about AI. What are your thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. I thought everyone had a lot of interesting takeaways about AI and how we're already using it every day, but maybe just calling it something else. It's been made out to be this big, bad, scary thing, I think, by a lot of people, but when you break it down and realize that it just can make your life easier, make repetition less, make your employees' jobs more interesting. It isn't necessarily replacing people. It's maybe just taking some mundane tasks and making those easier for us to do.
Do you use it at Advanced Components?
We do. We use a lot of different automation through our software. So I know that with SmartCert, we do a lot of that. We do a lot of it within SQL. We have an order automation system, I believe, called Esker that helps us process repetitive type of orders. I personally use it a lot. I'm in school right now. I'm getting my MBA, and don't tell my professors, but I love ChatGPT. It helps write a lot of just great intro paragraphs, or the kind of stuff that maybe you need a little brainstorm. It can help you get your brain thinking. It doesn't do the work for you, but it gets you going, gets you moving in the right direction. So
I always thought if I was still in business, I would be using it I would have to write up OSHA directives. And I thought, boy, if this thing could write those, on tag out, lockout, tag out, and all I had to do is edit, it'd be perfect.
Exactly. It's so great for that kind of stuff. And, they said that ChatGPT passed the bar, but they're only a B student, so if you want to be an A student, you still have to do work yourself, right? Yeah. It just helps you get you started and get you in the right direction. So I would think that would be great for AI to do.
The other two things that happened or that was talked about that I didn't really give credence to or didn't think about was, one, having a policy on what's your employees doing with that data information? Because I could see some sticky situations, at least in my work life. And then two, having a policy that they have to sign, another sign-off that people have to do.
That's a really interesting point. I actually, my husband works for a much larger corporation with a lot of sensitive data. And they have policies where they're not allowed to put any kind of sensitive data into an AI generator because you don't really know where it's going or what they could be eventually using it for. And so I think a lot of companies do need to be careful about making sure their sensitive data, customer data, that kind of stuff isn't making its way into those kind of AI generators because we don't really know what happens on the back end, right, as the consumer. So I think that's something that companies should be a little wary of, probably.
Yeah. It was a good discussion. I'm glad that they thought about it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I thought it was very forward-thinking for our industry to kind of dive into that whole AI terrain.
Yes.
Something that a lot of people don't even want to broach because it changed.
That's true. It's change, and boy, the industry has been changing a lot. So
yes, and it's nice to see us on board, ready for the change, taking advantage of all that new technology.
All right, I have finally found some students here. I have
Jason Fleischman with Endries International.
Chris Fitzgerald, Endries International.
Amanda Gauthier, Endries International.
All right, so have you been in class all week?
We just started on Monday.
What are you going to bring back to Andres here? What do you think will be the benefit that they sent you here?
So I'm trying to learn a little more about design and material considerations for applications because I do some engineering work.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, so I'm just trying to get a refresher on some of the basics and maybe fill in some of the gaps that I haven't seen or heard yet.
Yeah. Have you been saying to yourself, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that"?
Yeah.
That happens. That happens.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you?
Honestly, just going over some more of the standards in our big IFI books that we have. So I think for me, I still have a ton of growing to do, and just coming and gaining more knowledge and being refreshed on things that I may have already known but forgot in the last few years. It's very, very beneficial.
Yeah. It only gets worse when you get older. I just want to tell you. I just want to warn you. Now, at the end of this, will you have your certificate?
We have to take a test first, but as long as we pass the test,
that's the plan.
Yep.
We're going to hang it on the wall.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much.
Jorge Navas from Valley Fastener Group.
Okay, and we were in a lecture, let's call it today, called Embracing AI, panel discussion. What did you think?
I thought it was really informative. I like that the proctors had a lot of insight on AI in terms of like our industry and in the market. I definitely think it's a tool that we can all use for the future that can facilitate a lot of like the mundane stuff that we do from day to day. So I think it was really informative. I really liked it.
Do you use it in your personal life, AI?
Yes and no, not consciously, but just using apps like Spotify. I know they use some kind of like AI bots to do different things. So I guess, yeah, I do use it in my personal life.
You think tech's going too fast, being a younger person?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think the way things are set up now, we're kind of used to the fast-moving world. So, I think it's good that it moves quick so it kind of adapts to everything that changes. So, no, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Is this your first show?
This is my second show.
Second show.
Yeah, so I was last year, I think it was in Oakbrook.
Yes,
so this is my second show.
Your second tabletop.
Yep.
All right, and how's it going?
Going pretty well. We've had a lot of people stop by, tell them a little bit about who Valley Fastener is and sharing our expertise. We got a lot of goodies here, so it's been really fun.
All right, how long you been in the fastener industry?
Oof, I've only been in the fastener industry just under 2 years, so like a year and 9 months.
All right, so who dragged you in?
Who dragged me in? LinkedIn dragged me in.
Oh,
yeah, LinkedIn
wonderful.
dragged me in.
So are you glad you're here?
Yeah, I'm really glad I'm here.
Of course you are.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, it's a great industry to be in. Meeting a lot of new people, learning a lot about the industry, not just about fasteners, but just manufacturing in general. It's a good industry to be in.
Thanks for talking.
Awesome. Thank you.
I've been chasing this man all over today, Jake Davis, and I finally got you here. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. We are absolutely thrilled with the turnout today. Just over 100 exhibitors, 3 years in a row with an increase in that, and about 300 guests. And it's just a fantastic turnout. It's been, the aisles have been packed. Just extremely blessed to have the turnout we had this year, and it goes to just the hard work of Nancy, Francesca, and the board, and appreciate everybody's support. Midwest tries really hard, but we're just kind of the vessel of our members, and it's been a great day. And getting excited for the 80s Bash, of course.
I know. We should be talking after the 80s Bash, but, 80s and drinking always goes well together,
a little
right?
bit, yeah. Matt DeLauder's just done, I told him this morning, just seeing him kind of put some things out, his passion. Once you get him something like this, and an event like this, man, he has a passion for it and goes all in, and I love that aspect about it. And it's going to be a great 2 hours, and I'm excited excited to see some of the outfits for sure.
Tomorrow's golf?
Tomorrow's golf?
And
yeah,
golf?
We're looking for that. We're, sold out. We've got 2 foursomes on every hole. And we've been talking about it all day. It's going to be a warm day. But that's better than rain. And that's my optimistic side. And it's just a great opportunity to be out there and just kind of kick back and think, relax a little bit. If you can do that during the game of golf, I don't know that I can, but there's others that are much better at it than I. But just great opportunity to see a lot of people again, and we've got them captured there on the course, and then the dinner to follow. So, and a great wrap up to the week.
Yes, and Joe said that she had, I think, a record number.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
class.
I was kind enough to let me speak just briefly this morning. 55 in her class, and I just kind of had the thought process. I went down and introduced myself to the Midwest, had a print reading class, and we had, I think, 31, 32. And so just the aspect of having around 85 students that, this one morning, just being introduced I had my new sales director was in the print reading class, and just being introduced to fasteners or, just absorbing so much information. That's just very exciting for us as an association and, just as business, in the fastener industry, just to see that. It's very exciting from an educational piece. And it's always very important for us. We kind of sometimes lose sight of it, but, the Midwest is where, education is a priority. That's one of our, missions in this association. So it's just great to see that, and we want to continue to offer that as well going forward.
Friday's the last day.
Thursday.
Thursday. So
yeah,
off
see, we've
is
lost
it.
what time?
Oh,
how
okay.
many days?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we feel like it's.
We've been together for
you gotta be
a
tired.
week already.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you more this week than ever. And it's been great. I just am stunned with the organization and the planning. So kudos to your board.
Oh, thank you so much. It's just a reflection of our leader, Nancy. She's been doing it. She has it down pat, and we're thrilled for her to have this be her last year, but we're also saddened. But we're going to celebrate her for the rest of the year. And Francesca's, it's been a blessing to be able to add her and just have Nancy as a mentor for these last few months. And I would just have everybody just make plans to be with us in December to celebrate Nancy. And have Santa will be there as well, but we're going to do our best to celebrate Nancy and wish her the best. But we got a lot in between, so still.
Something north of 100 tables at this year's event. Midwest Fastener Association Fastener Week 2023. Big success. Thank you to the lovely and talented Lynn Dempsey for getting out there and putting the mic in people's faces. A lot of people wanted to talk this time. We wanted to do kind of a tight episode, so that's what you get, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, hard to believe how much time has passed. I really wanted to get this out a little sooner. We've certainly had no shortage of news, big news in the interim, and we've got a full episode of the podcast coming out pretty soon, actually. Meantime, we've got some new FDI numbers to report, a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff, some good, some really bad. But we'll save that for the next one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. The title sponsors of Fully Threaded, Brighton Best International, Global Fasteners, and Star. Couldn't do it without all our partners and all of you listening in to every one. Thank you so much. Again, we've got this final closing interview with Lynn and Nancy and Francesca. Don't miss this. And again, if you are interested in getting follow-up notes from my part of the AI panel, feel free to reach out, ftr@fullythreaded.com. So on behalf of the usual co-host of Fully Threaded, Brian Musker, this is Eric Dudas. Get out there, sell some screws. Talk to you real soon, folks. Thanks for listening.
Well, this is a treat here. We're in the closet here, hiding from everybody. But I have
Nancy Rich and Francesca Lewis.
And we're going to talk about what a great show, ladies. How wonderful. Tabletop.
Awesome.
Well, what a great whole week so far. Congratulations. So how long did it take?
Only a year.
Only a year.
We start right after the last show and get ready for the next year. So it's been a year in planning, and it takes every minute.
And this is your last one?
Yes. Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. How many have you planned?
40.
40. Oh, and you're throwing the ring to?
Francesca Lewis.
Hello.
Oh,
Yay.
hey.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Francesca.
So I have been in sales for the last 20 years, but part of my sales experience was doing trade shows, and I just love people, so this would seem to be a perfect fit for me, and I'm very excited to join. I'm a Chicago native, grew up here, have 2 beautiful little girls and a great husband, and I love to run and live music, and that's about it.
All right, well, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough for now. Yeah.
So, is this your first time meeting most of the Midwest group?
Yes, it is, and
Yeah.
it's been so welcoming and so fun. Everyone's, to say they have been beyond pleasant is an understatement. It's just been great.
It's a great association, and you have a lot to think about that. In fact, yesterday we were at the bar, like all fastener people, we're at the bar, and someone was recounting a story about how you were selling the tickets, and nobody had any cash. You said, take out your wallets right now. I want to make sure that you know. And everybody took out their wallet because they were afraid
Sometimes
not to take
you have
out
to
their
be a
wallet.
little forceful with these people.
It's a great story. You're leaving a great legacy. You got big shoes there,
I've
Francesca.
heard, and
Big
I'm
shoes.
excited to try and fill them.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I'm very sad because in my short time with Nancy, I adore her. Like, I love
well,
her.
we
and I
all
don't want
do.
her to leave. Like,
We all
wait a minute,
do.
how do we make this work?
Yeah. Where are you going to post your cell phone so we can call you, Nancy?
I think a lot of people already have it because over the years before, when cell phones first came about, I gave out my number, and then when I got a work one, everybody already had my personal one, so it didn't matter.
So what's your first thing you're going to do in retirement? Anything else?
I really
personal?
don't have any big plans, which is why I have to still do something. But that I haven't figured out yet. It might be a new career. It might be still things in the industry. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the same kind of crossroads you are. So I'm, we're about the same age, and I'm doing the same thing, trying to figure out. But
well, I never had a bucket list because. I'm like, I just got to get through today. I got to get through today. I got to get through today. And it was hard for me to think into the future. So I'm not one of those that, when I retire, this is what I'm going to do. I'm like, oh, shit, what am I going to do?
Yeah, that's all right. That's light, no worries. Yes, it's just nice to look at all that openness and say, well, I can pick whatever.
Well, I do know on January 2nd, I am going to have a nice cup of coffee and not have to rush to the computer. That's my plan. To have
That'll
time
be my job.
Yes.
To have time for a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Love it.
So, all right. You got big shoes and you got 40 years, so.
I will not be doing this for 40 years. I don't think that's on my time.
Nobody ever plans that. Trust us.
This was a little part-time job till my kids went to school, and now I've got grandkids. So.
Yeah, you never plan it. You always say, "Oh no, I'll be gone in 5," and then all of a sudden that's gone and that's gone. So
I don't
you
actually
may.
think I have the years left to do 40 years.
Yeah.
So maybe 30. I can maybe give you 30.
Well, if you do it for 40, by then you'll make new friends every day.
It's true.
This is
I'll
true.
be 80. I'm not going to be doing this when I'm 80.
That I can understand. Okay. All right. Well, ladies, thank you. Looks like we're going to be in good hands, and I'm sorry you're leaving. I'll miss you. So the whole industry will miss you.
Well, it's been awesome times, so.
All right.
I haven't even been around here very often, and I'm getting very teared up about this for you. I don't know why, but it's.
Don't get me.
I'm sorry.
Don't
I'm
do
sorry.
We're in the closet, and the three of us are going to walk out crying.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
To hear people from every corner, every different type of industry, every single person has come up to me and has told me what big shoes I have to fill. It kind of feels like an honor to be taking that over because how loved she is.
Yeah.
Thank God we're
That's
not
true.
on camera.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe they
Okay.
I don't do that.
So, Francesca had to go get water, and Nancy and I are coming out of the closet. So, good luck.
Thanks. Thanks for making us cry, Francesca.
Yeah. Yes. Fully Threaded Radio is a production of Fasteners Clearinghouse.